From Baldur's Gate website, the requirement for the storage is 150 GB, no more information. But if you go on the Steam page of Baldur's Gate, the requirement said SSD required. And in Baldur's Gate video setting, you have a checkbox you can check to say you have a slow HDD. Let's have a look, shall we? Welcome to Respawn PC, I'm Dunk, let's dive in. So I'm starting right away with loading a save game. I have a NVMe Gen 3, SSD drive, SSD in a USB, and HDD, 7200 RPM. The PC is on 1080p, on Ultra, with 16 GB of memory. And it went as it should. NVMe first, SSD second, SSD external USB 3.0, and then the HDD. When you have a HDD, you can go into Option, Video, and you scroll down a little bit. You have a checkbox you can check to enable slow HDD mode. The reason for that is because Baldur's Gate 3 streams in a lot of assets while you play. Without that mode, you can spot a lot of geometry and texture loading as you pass them. So not really nice to see. But the slow HDD mode require you to have a bit more RAM and more VRAM for your graphics, and the game will load more of their stuff in those RAM instead of loading from your drive. But as you've been able to see, loading a new save game, if you worry some person and always reload your game because you worry to take the wrong answer or have a bad roll, loading your game will be a pain if you don't have a SSD or HDD slow mode enabled. And that's on top of having some glitches or artifact that try to load your assets. Also, when you load a new scene, in this case it's a cave, quite a small scene to load, you can still see a difference between the NVMe, the HDD, and the HDD slow mode enable. But surprisingly enough, when I went back to load the previous scene where I came from, the NVMe finished last. Both HDD and HDD slow mode beat the NVMe to load the scene I just came from. I don't know why, and I cannot explain it either. You definitely can play with the HDD, and make sure to activate the HDD slow mode since the option is there. Mind that I was not in a big city or a big scene to load, maybe a big difference when you go later in the game. That's all for storage on Baldur's Gate. Thanks for come watch. See you on the next one. And don't forget to subscribe.